When Manny Pacquiao made Mexico cry.
November 15, 2003, San Antonio, Texas. The Alamodome was packed. Thousands of Mexican fans clad in green, white, and red flags filled the stands to support their hero, Marco Antonio Barrera. Mort Antonio Guerrera. Their confidence was unwavering. Their champion was ready to defend not only his title, but also the pride of his nation. It seemed unthinkable that this night would end in disappointment for his fans. No one could have predicted that an underdog from the Philippines, an unknown by the name of Manny Pacquiao, would leave an entire nation in tears. Marco Antonio Barrera was more than a boxer, he was the pride of Mexican boxing. His nickname, the baby-faced assassin, perfectly embodied his paradoxical nature. A youthful appearance that belied a predator in the ring. Throughout the 1990s, Barrera steamrolled his opponents, winning titles, accolades, and most importantly, the unwavering loyalty of Mexican fans. By the early 2000s, he had already dismantled British Prince Nassim Hamd, silencing the British boxing world. He had also bested his greatest rival, Erik Morales, in a legendary trilogy, capturing the lineal featherweight championship in the process. By his early years, Barrera was the undisputed king of his division, ranked third on the pound-for-pound list. He was a national hero and a living legend. When Manny Pacquiao crossed Barrera's path, he was merely an afterthought, a formality, a 3-to-1 underdog. Neither Barrera nor his team could have anticipated what was in store for them. To most fans, Manny Pacquiao was a nobody, a 24-year-old Filipino who had fought his way out of poverty with nothing more than his fists. Boxing fans may have known him for dethroning Lalo Ledwaba in 2001, but to the wider public, he was just a Filipino kid. This fight against Barrera was only Pacquiao's second outing in the featherweight division. To the pundits, his chances were zero. His training camp was grueling. Dozens of rounds of sparring, endless drills and relentless weight cuts. On fight night, at the Alamodome on November 15, 2003, over 10,000 fans had gathered and 95% of them were there for Barrera. When Pacquiao walked to the ring, he was met with a chorus of boos. Yet he was grinning from ear to ear as if nothing could faze him. Across the ring, Barrera stood stoic, focused, his Mexican colors on his back. The energy in the arena was palpable. Barrera looked like a predator and Pacquiao looked like a kid having a great time. The fight started cautiously. Barrera looked calculating as Pacquiao moved urgently on his feet. Then, in the first minute, Pacquiao slipped and crashed to the canvas. The referee inexplicably ruled it a knockdown and the arena erupted in jubilation. It was an early point for Barrera and the Mexican corners smirked, but Pacquiao was unfazed. He sprang to his feet, signaling to the referee that he was okay. As the round progressed, he intensified his attack, throwing punches in blistering combinations. 30 seconds Barrera is amazingly patient fighter, and they call him of course the baby face. He never shows emotion in the big combination Barrera as he catches coming in stage of punches for the most part still being landed by has come out with a determined rally in round 2 on the scorecards. After that, by the third round, the cheers of the Mexican crowd turned to gasps. Pacquiao went limp and then connected with a devastating left straight to the jaw of Barrera. The champion crumpled to the canvas. For a moment, the arena fell silent. Their beloved hero was on the ground. Although Barrera managed to get up, it was clear that he was disconcerted. But now they know as tries to go ahead and finish, and he's getting reckless, and Barrera takes advantage. Fight is prepared like this is strength arrow with left hands hanging in now this round, and runs out of gas a few rounds later, be in trouble, but everything is great for just stay coming. Pacquiao pressed the attack for the rest of the round, forcing Barrera to rely on his experience to survive. With each passing round, it became clear that the momentum was slipping away from the Mexican icon. Pacquiao's relentless combinations and blistering speed overwhelmed him. Stun Pacquiao with a 1-2 misses with the right and go to because of Pacquiao's fast hands, and now he's just trying to beat him like the nice guy and the gentleman that he is respect, and so far he's done it to his right side of his head, which means he's very straight, getting 3 chances to counter with left hook, but to do it. Barrera's left is now starting to swell badly. Quicker than Barrera, longer than Barrera, more aggressive than Barrera. Hoping that Pacquiao will run out of gas. A little town of Big Bear in the mountains of California was surrounded by fire, and he had to bake it. Trains right in Hollywood. Right hand by P, just trying to stay, probably a hard left for P, who's getting it. Even though Marco Antonio Barrera is only 29 years old, he's been a fighting professional for 50 years or 15 years, I should say, exactly what Pacquiao wanted to do. He hadn't been able to do enough about so far. Younger, stronger, faster, hungrier. Really hard to be a good fighter that has a lot of spirit. This is in a real sense where the last rounds and he's up at all. I think he's going to fight the same face and take a break at the end of the fight. These are Texas judges here tonight too. Those are going to the body, effectively starting to dominate every area of the fight. Now Barrera gets a hard right hand back. I think Barrera's the kind of fighter who can win a fight when he's outgunned. But the R just doesn't seem to have the speed tonight. The moment gives as good as he takes. The Peaches set up another knockdown, and this says it's not, feet must have been tangled up. I'll tell you what, that was a hard left hand. Halfway through the fight, Barrera's face showed the signs of a brutal battle. Blood was pouring from a cut above his eye after an accidental clash of heads in the 6th round. Avalanche coming at him. Now the right jam is coming. Kara backs him into the rope. Barrera occasionally landed strong counterpunches, but Pacquiao seemed unfazed. Even a few well-placed right hands in the 8th round barely slowed the Filipino southpaw. Was relenting, and there's another man here, but came back over his EY, got to as much power in his weight class, but it brings a lot of spirit, too much. It's really a quality hard right hand by cut landed, giving a momentary breathing space, lands a left hand, counters back with the left and right big punches from, and again a movement. The punch is smart. He's not really THR hard punches now, he's THR volumes of punches. In the 9th round, Barrera's frustration boiled over. During a clinch, he threw a blatantly illegal punch after the referee had called for it. A break. The referee immediately docked a point, signaling the desperation emanating from the Mexican champion. Just a one-punch fight to the body, left hand again by Barrera, having trouble seeing out of his left, just hammering him. Is in his mind, and this certainly doesn't show. But also this, I'm not sure that even if there is don't do me any like that. Only strategy for the rematch is poison food. Well, I tell you what, as big as he assaulting Marco Antonio and him. Early in the round, Pacquiao connected with another crushing left hand, dropping Barrera to the canvas once more. Although Barrera beat the count, he had nothing more to offer. Pacquiao trapped him against the ropes, unleashing a barrage of hard-hitting punches. Unable to see his fighter take any more, Barrera's corner threw in the towel. The fight was over. That night the boxing world witnessed the birth of a new superstar. Manny Pacquiao achieved one of the most convincing victories of his career, becoming the featherweight champion of the world. There's no way a great fighter should have to go through 3 more of this. More importantly, he became the first Filipino and Asian boxer to hold titles in 3 divisions, cementing his legacy as a legend in the making. While the Philippines celebrated with unbridled joy, Mexico mourned the fall of one of its heroes, Marco Antonio Barrera, a living legend who had been decisively defeated. Weight champion of the world, Manny Pacquiao. Yeah.
Cuando un verdadero maestro de Kung Fu se enfrentó a Manny Pacquiao y quedó brutalmente expuesto. Imagínense esto, el legendario campeón mundial de boxeo, el orgullo de Filipinas y la pesadilla de cualquier oponente, Manny Pacquiao, sube al ring. No contra un golpeador feroz o un prodigio del boxeo. No, se enfrenta a un maestro de Kung Fu. Esto es precisamente lo que sucedió en diciembre de 2022, cuando el boxeador filipino retirado decidió pelear contra DK, un autoproclamado maestro de artes marciales. Probablemente hayas visto los videos virales de DK en YouTube, donde ejecuta dramáticos golpes en el aire y derrota teatralmente a enemigos invisibles. Estos maestros de internet abundan, pero cuando se enfrentan incluso a un luchador moderadamente hábil, los resultados a menudo son ridículos. Los fanáticos familiarizados con él esperaban ansiosamente su pelea con un verdadero luchador. No sabían que ese luchador no sería otro que Manny Pacquiao. Pacquiao no necesita presentación. Su lista de logros es larga. 8 veces campeón del mundo, un político, filántropo y leyenda en todos los sentidos. Sin embargo, para el 22, no era el Pac-Man imparable de su mejor momento. A los 43 años, había perdido su última pelea contra el relativamente desconocido boxeador cubano Jordanis Ugas, un combate que fácilmente habría dominado en su apogeo. La derrota por decisión unánime lo llevó a retirarse y concentrarse en su carrera política. En esta época, los combates de exhibición donde las leyendas del boxeo retiradas se enfrentan a personas influyentes y youtubers estaban ganando popularidad. Estos combates suelen ser lucrativos, pero Pacquiao inicialmente se mostró reacio a unirse a esta tendencia. Sin embargo, la perspectiva de pelear contra DK y donar las ganancias a la caridad lo convenció. El combate estaba programado para el 11 de diciembre. DK exudaba confianza, hablando de estrategias, combinaciones, el espíritu del Kung Fu y el universo alineándose a su favor. La pelea estaba programada para 6 rondas de 2 minutos, sin límites de peso. Las ganancias del combate se destinarían a la caridad y la pelea se llevó a cabo en Quintex, atrayendo a miles ansiosos por ver si este llamado nuevo Bruce Lee podía mantenerse en pie. La primera ronda fue tan aburrida que la audiencia comenzó a buscar café. DK parecía asustado mientras Pacquiao esperaba pacientemente una oportunidad para conectar su gancho característico.
Eric Morales, Oscar De La Hoya,
truly a murderer's row.
Defeated Juan Manuel Marquez, had never fight of all time against Floyd Money Mayweather. Defeated 8th Division World Champion Manny was right after DK. DK with a straight left. Manny smiles at him.
And now he has a tremendous advantage, regardless of the size advantage of DK.
Manny attacks the body of DK.
Pacquiao se despertó y conectó un fuerte recto de izquierda a la cabeza de DK, haciéndole repensar sus peores videos de YouTube.
You know how he's feeling. He probably understood that he's got to come in heavier because of the fact that DKU was going away.
No, he's not the same way. You never know.
Yeah, and I think Manny can really, he knows he can explode in. I think it's kind kind of just taking his time with it because he knows eventually he's going to get close to DK no matter what.
DKU trató de esconderse detrás de su jab, pero al final del round estaba abrazando a Pacquiao como un viejo amigo, solo para sobrevivir.
He's a well-respected fighter.
But for DKU, what a learning experience this is for him to be able to have the biggest moment of history. And the left there by you, he threw something that was probably. We'll see if Manny decides to tag him and he grips the body. Well, you don't see that every day.
Still blinding
DK's
fast.
so nice. So polite.
Typically, Manny's the nice one inside the ring. I think DK may have him beat.
Right, who knows?
But let's not forget, it is still prize fighting. And they both are trying to inflict some damage to them. Happy holidays to all of you and your families. The return of the great Patrick against DKU. Football lefts hammering away upon DKU. And you
Moving fast to the head, like it's crazy.
Good right hook up top by Manny.
on the base, as you pointed out, Sinisa. Football lefts there.
En el cuarto asalto, DKU se dio cuenta de que 6 asaltos se sentían como una eternidad. Su estrategia degeneró en aferrarse a Pacquiao, mientras el filipino comenzaba a encadenar combinaciones. La campana salvó a DKU una vez más.
The rounds go on. DK's getting more and more winded, and
That right hook upstairs by Manny Pacquiao, and you really wonder if Manny ended in grand fashion. Manny looking to swarm. One.
you can train for any other sport. You could train for martial arts as well and think that you're in great condition, but you have to go by the boxing rules.
Well, there's a right hook.
Rules and boxing technique, and having to stick to that is exhausting.
Look at that. Manny Pacquiao coming into the living room.
Being in shape. It's all different things.
Manny and DKU goes down, and they're ruling it trying to prolongate time in that. But it likes to come out, and he gets hammered with that left. Okay, this is the most popular we've seen DKU. We'll see if that martial arts and the fans certainly think
Circles, that is hilarious.
DK's got to do something, and he's getting. There's a right hook all on the ring. It's moment possibly being stopped. Manny Pacquiao hammered away upon DKU, and he won. That'll extend round number 5. And now Manny Pacquiao going right after DKU. DKU could barely finish up.
He wants to run out of the way.
There's a right ball by a left from Manny Pacquiao. And now they are wrestling Ford, stayed down, and just wants to go the distance.
Speaking of the top, what? Oh, there it is.
Manny Pacquiao on to do so. Now they are wrestling Jonathan Vale. DKU.
Doing anything
He wants to make him quit. He wants to get the stop.
Now he's back to DKU again. A couple of lefts. Manny driving DKU. Oh my God. DKU. Can DKU survive? Time has been called. Now DK trying to give one last push. Oh, big right hook upstairs by Manny Pacquiao, showing his technical ability and glimpses at times of his career. Down goes DKU again. Well, the words of glory again are DKU's the mindset of I will sing, and he does so.
Reality hit hard.
La pelea terminó con Pacquiao victorioso. A pesar de la posterior avalancha de críticas hacia DKU, es importante reconocer que perder ante alguien como Pacquiao no es una desgracia. Además, el hecho de que las ganancias se destinaran a la caridad merece respeto. Felicitaciones tanto a Pacman como a DKU por subir al ring.
El 8 de diciembre de 2012 fue una noche legendaria e histórica, no solo para el boxeo mexicano, sino también para el mundial. Era la cuarta y última pelea entre los legendarios boxeadores Manny Pacquiao y Juan Manuel Márquez. Ambos tenían un historial de 3 combates previos: derrota, empate y derrota.
La primera, ¿no? Me dieron la pelea con Pacquiao, la oportunidad, me voy a la lona 3 veces, me levanto. Siento que ganamos la pelea, los jueces dan empate. Y creo que ni él quedó a gusto ni yo quedé a gusto. Y luego después de la segunda pelea, pues la pelea la gana él, decisión muy cerrada, que por una caída, mandé una decisión cerrada, que también sentimos que ganamos y él sintió que no ganó y dan la tercera.
El filipino era más joven y ya se estaba consolidando como uno de los mejores de la historia, lo que hacía que este enfrentamiento pareciera especialmente difícil para Márquez.
El mismo Bob Arum se subió a decirme que esto era un negocio. Cuando me di, en pleno ring, me dice, esto es un negocio, imagínate qué siento yo si mi mentalidad es ganarle al mejor. Cuando me preparo fuerte y qué siento que en ese momento me dice, Bob Arum, esto es un negocio.
Así que en este cuarto combate, no tenía nada que perder. Años de su carrera, estaba decidido a dejarlo todo en el ring, dispuesto a morir en la raya. Esta pelea significaba nada que perder y todo por ganar. Todos en la arena estaban ansiosos, la tensión era palpable. Las peleas de Márquez tenían una vibra y una intensidad.
Remember, Pacquiao's knocked him down 3 times in the first fight and 1 time in the 3rd round of the second fight. Marquez has never been able to execute that, but he's vowed that he will.
Como era costumbre, los combates entre estos púgiles comenzaban con intensidad, pero en este en particular se sentía una vibra muy cargada, casi como si desde el inicio se supiera que algo grande estaba por suceder.
So if Manny comes at him most of the night, that bodes well for Marquez.
The full credit that he should. Counter punches don't get as much credit as the guy that's the more aggressive. And that's been the only difference in all 3 of these fights. Left power shot because he's a southpaw fighter. Straight left hand in the middle, and when you fight the right-handed guy. There was a left hook and then back upstairs by Marquez. Another good left hand by Manny getting through. So far, Marquez really hasn't done much.
Márquez se mostraba cauteloso, con un plan de pelea muy claro, pero la juventud y la rapidez estaban del lado del filipino. Juan Manuel no era tan joven como para igualar los movimientos y desplazamientos veloces de su rival, lo que hacía que la balanza pareciera inclinarse a favor de Pacquiao.
Judge this fight, only one Nevada judge, and that's Adelaide Bird, and none of the previous judges from Nevada were allowed to judge this fight and explain exactly to each other how they're going to score this fight, which they did today.
Márquez es el rey del contragolpe. Es un boxeador que mide sus tiempos con una precisión extraordinaria, y cuando menos te lo esperas, te sorprende con un golpe salido de las tinieblas. Un impacto que puede cambiar el rumbo de cualquier pelea en un instante. Con un volado sacudió las neuronas al filipino y le provocó el primer derribo en todos sus enfrentamientos.
La pelea se volvió aún más electrizante y Pacquiao sabía que tenía que meter presión. Y así lo hizo.
Manny just fell down. He literally dropped. It was a big, big right hand by Marcus.
And people are cheering Marquez. We gotta support this time, folks, as if we did the first 3 times. Look at these guys loading up shots. Here comes the bell. Able to avoid that big right hand. These are knockouts between rounds 3 and 6 for both fighters. 17 for Pacquiao, and Marquez has 10.
Because now that he's tasted Marcus's power, he might stay on the outside a little bit more. He's not going to commit mistakes that lead Manny to take advantage of something that might send Marcus to the canvas. And I think that Marcus has landed a couple of good shots. He landed a really hard, stiff jab a minute ago that moved Manny.
This Manny with a combination.
Myself to be redundant at the end of a round. Which guy would I want to beat at the end of that round? Right now, I think I may have wanted to beat Marcus so far.
I would too, as he won't get another right hand to Manny. Although I have Marquez slightly out in front by 1 point. We'll see how it unfolds. But there are people that think the distractions are still there. Clearly anyway here at the MGM Grand Garden Arena. A straight left hand by Manny. Falling off balance, but look at Marquez battle back. Marquez is down in the finish right now. Marquez will have no problem as he loads up shots himself.
Ambos ya habían tocado la lona, y esto solo era el inicio de algo mucho más grande que estaba por suceder. Lo que pasaría a los anales de la historia como uno de los mejores combates de todos los tiempos, y en el que Márquez sería consagrado como una verdadera leyenda.
Marquez down ever so lightly in the last round, but then he busted him up in the remaining part of the 5th round. I mean, look at the dip in the bridge of the nose. It's broken. Right on top of it again in the 5th round, the last round.
And all that punishment that Marquez took in the last...
No quiso un quinto enfrentamiento. Mencionó que, por respeto y dignidad, no daría una quinta pelea. Así que... ve a verlo rápidamente, porque es otra carnicería bestial. Nos vemos en un segundo.